Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are safe and sound at your home. Do you remember what we have learned in last class? We have learned about a boy named Samir and we have seen his family members. They were going for a picnic, isn't it? They were going for a picnic. We have seen their preparations for the picnic. They were packing things to go for the picnic, isn't it? So, we have started our activity part also. We have done activity A and activity B. I have given you a homework also. Have you done it? I have asked you to make a family tree and paste the photographs of your family members. Have you done it? Oh, you have done it. Very good, children. Today we are going to do the C part. We are going to learn the C part. We are going to learn the grammar part. Okay. See this? Nouns. Do you know what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, things, animals or places. So what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, things, animals or places. Okay, so I'll show you some examples. Look here. Nouns are words that name persons. So, we know so many persons. We all have names, isn't it? We know so many persons. All of them have names. We all have names. So, all of our names are nouns. Okay, say this. Meena, Sarah, Samir, all these are names of persons. They are nouns. Okay. Nouns are words that name persons. Okay. So all these persons' name are nouns. Now, things. Say this. Nouns are words that name persons, things. We know so many things. So all the things names are nouns. Okay, see this? Example for things. Plates, tomato, sandwich. We have learned all these things in our lesson. So plates, tomato, sandwich, etc. All these things are nouns. So what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, things, animals. Okay. So here are the examples for animals. Cat, dog, rat. Okay, we know so many animals. Lion, tiger, all these animals' name are also nouns. Okay, so what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, things, animals or places. Now we have to write the examples for places. We know so many places. From Monday to Friday, we are going to school. Our school is a particular place, isn't it? So, school is an example for a noun. We are going to our school, isn't it? Our school is the name of a particular place. So, for as the example of place, we can write school. Okay. Now, can you tell me one? Kitchen. Kitchen is a place inside our home, isn't it? So, kitchen is another example for place. Okay. Now, Delhi. Delhi is a place. So, all these are examples for nouns. So, what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, things, animals or places. And we have seen some examples also. Did you understand? Okay, did you understand what are nouns? So nouns are words that name persons, animals, places or things. So you understood what are nouns. Now shall we do an activity? Are you ready to do an activity? Okay, let's do an activity now. So we have learned what are nouns, isn't it? Now you have an activity here. Okay, we are going to do an activity. So we learned nouns are words that name persons, animals, places or things. Now this is an activity for you. Underline the nouns in the following sentences. 5 sentences are given here and we have to identify the nouns in these sentences and underline them. Okay, did you get it? We have to identify the nouns from these sentences and underline them. Shall we do it? Okay, shall we do it? See this. Sarah brings the plates. Sarah brings the plates. Grandmother makes sandwiches. Blackie is a cat and Ratty is a rat. Mother cooks in the kitchen. The girl is tall and beautiful. Okay, so 5 sentences are given here. We are going to identify the nouns. Okay. Sarah brings the plates. Now, tell me which all are the nouns here. Sarah brings the plates. How can we find out that? Yes. Repeat your nouns definition. Yes. Nouns are words that name persons, animals, places or things. Nouns are words that name persons. Okay. This is the name of a person. Persons, animals, things or place. Okay, plates is a thing here. Sarah is the name of a person and plates is the name of things. Okay, so nouns are words that name persons, animals, places or things. So Sarah is the name of a person, plates is the name of a thing. Okay, now we are going to do the second one. Grandmother makes sandwiches. Can you tell me which all are the nouns here? Grandmother. Very good. Because grandmother is the name of a person. Makes sandwiches. Yes, sandwiches. Sandwiches is the name of a thing. Sandwich is the thing, isn't it? Okay, so grandmother makes sandwiches. Grandmother and sandwiches are the nouns here. Now we are going to do the third one. Blackie is a cat and Ratty is a rat. Can you tell me which all are the nouns here? Yes, Blackie. Why? Blackie is a name, isn't it? Blackie is a name. Cat. It is the name of an animal. Very good. Cat is the name of an animal. What about this Ratty? Ratty is also a name. And what about rat? Rat is the name of an animal. So, see this? There are 4 nouns in this sentence. Blackie, cat, Ratty, rat. Blackie and Ratty are names and cat and rat are the names of animals. Okay. So, can you tell me what are nouns? Nouns are words that name, yes, persons, animals, places or things. Okay. So, Blackie and Ratty are the names. Cat and rat are the names of animals. Okay. Now the fourth one. Mother cooks in the kitchen. Mother cooks in the kitchen. Can you tell me which all are the nouns here? Very good. Mother. Mother is the noun here. Can you tell me why? Mother is a name, isn't it? Mother is a name. Cooks in the kitchen. You know the answer. We have already studied it. Yes, kitchen. Kitchen is the name of a place. Very good. Kitchen is the name of a place. So, kitchen is a noun. And what about this? The girl is tall and beautiful. The girl is tall and beautiful. Which is the noun here? Girl. Okay. So you understood it. Girl is a name. Okay. So can you tell me what are nouns? Nouns are words that name persons, animals, places or things. Okay. So you understood this and we learned what are nouns. Okay. So we are going to learn about masculine nouns and feminine nouns. Masculine nouns and feminine nouns. Do you know what are masculine nouns? Masculine nouns. Masculine nouns are words for men, boys and male animals. Okay, masculine nouns are words for men, boys and male animals. And what about feminine nouns? Feminine nouns are words for women, girls and female animals. Feminine nouns are words for women, girls and female animals. Okay, so here is an exercise for you. Match the men in column A with women in column B. So we have learned about masculine nouns and feminine nouns. In column A, all these are masculine nouns or they are men. Okay. In column B, all these 5 words are feminine nouns or they are females. Okay. They are women. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to match column A with column B. Say this. Number 1 is done for you. Man, woman. Man, woman. Okay. Say this. Man is masculine noun. Okay. Man is masculine noun and it is joined with woman because this is feminine noun. Okay. So the opposite gender of man is woman. The opposite gender of man is woman. Okay. Did you understand? So man is the masculine noun and woman is the feminine noun. Okay. Man is the masculine noun and woman is the feminine noun. Woman is the opposite gender of man. Okay. So like this we have to join all these words. Okay. Now we are going to do the second one. Father. Can you tell me the opposite gender of father? Is it aunt, sister, queen or mother? The opposite gender of father is mother. Okay. Opposite gender of father is mother because father is man and mother is woman. Okay. Father is man and mother is woman. So this is masculine noun and this is feminine noun. Okay. So this is man and this is woman. We are doing match the man in column A with women in column B. All these are men and all these are women. Father is man and mother is woman. Okay. Did you understand? Now we are going to do the third one. King. Can you tell me what is opposite gender of king or what is a woman for king? Yes. Is it aunt, sister or queen? King, queen. Yes. King, The opposite is queen. The opposite gender is queen. King, queen. Okay. King is man and queen is woman. Okay. Now the fourth one, uncle. Uncle. Can you tell me the opposite gender of uncle? Yes. Uncle. Aunt. Very good. Uncle, aunt. Okay. Uncle is man and aunt is woman. Okay. Uncle is man and aunt is woman. Now the last one, brother. What is the opposite gender of brother? Okay. Tell me. What is the opposite gender of brother? Yes, sister. The opposite gender of brother is sister. Okay. Brother is man and sister is woman. Okay. Brother is man and sister is woman. So we are going to repeat this once again. Man, woman. Father, mother. King, queen. Uncle, aunt. Brother, sister. So we have learned about masculine nouns and feminine nouns. Masculine nouns are words for men, boys and male animals. Feminine nouns are words for, yes, feminine nouns are words for women. Yes, you have to say women, girls and female animals. Okay. Did you understand? Okay. Now we are going to do an activity. See page number 18 and we are going to do the D part. We are going to do the D part. See, writing. We are going to do the writing part. Look at the picture and complete the sentences. Use words from the box. Okay. See this? A picture is given here and a box is also given there. And what we have to do is, we have to complete these sentences using the words from this box. Okay. Have you seen this? Shall we do it? Sanya and her family are in a dash. There are many tall dash and beautiful dash on it. Sanya's dash and dash are playing football. Sanya is playing dash with her mother. Her grandparents are sitting on a dash. The foot dash is near them. Everyone is having fun. So this is the question and we have to fill in these blanks using words from this box. Okay, we have to look at the picture and using these words from this box, we have to complete the sentence. Okay, Sanya and her family are in a dash. Look onto the picture and tell me, what is this? This is the picture of a park, isn't it? And the word is given in the box also. Okay, have you seen this? This is the picture of a park and the word is given in the box. Sanya and her family are in a park. Okay, Sanya and her family are in a park. There are many tall dash and beautiful dash on it. There are many tall. Look onto the picture and tell me, there are many tall. Look onto the box also. There are many tall trees. Okay. There are many tall trees and beautiful flowers on it. There are flowers also. Okay. So there are many tall trees and beautiful flowers on it. And beautiful flowers on it. Okay. So shall we repeat this once again? Sanya and her family are in a park. This is the picture of a park. There are many tall trees and beautiful flowers on it. There are trees and flowers in the park. Sanya's dash and dash are playing football. Who all are playing football here? Sanya's father and brother. Okay, Sanya's dash and dash are playing football. Who all are playing football here? Sanya's father and brother. Sanya's father and brother. Sanya's father and brother are playing football. Okay, have you seen in this picture? Sanya's father and brother are playing football. Sanya is playing dash with her mother. Sanya is playing dash with her mother. Can you see the picture? And look onto the box also. Sanya is playing badminton. Okay, Sanya is playing badminton with her mother. Sanya is playing badminton with her mother. Okay, so we'll repeat this once again. Sanya and her family are in a park. There are many tall trees and beautiful flowers on it. Sanya's father and brother are playing football. Sanya is playing badminton with her mother. Okay. Her grandparents are sitting on a dash. Can you tell me where the grandparents are sitting? The grandparents are sitting on a dash. Look onto the picture and the word is given in the box also. The grandparents are sitting on a mat. The grandparents are sitting on a mat. Okay. The food dash is near them. Everyone is having fun. The food dash is near them. The grandparents are sitting on a mat and what is near to them? The food basket. The food basket is near them. Okay. The grandparents, her grandparents are sitting on a mat. The food basket is near them. The food basket. The food basket is near them. Okay, have you seen in the picture? The food basket is near the grandparents. Okay, everyone is having fun. Everyone is having fun. Okay, did you understand? Now, we are going to learn punctuation. See this. Here is a capital letter, a full stop and a question mark. So, all these are called punctuation marks. Okay, so punctuation includes capital letter, full stop and question mark. We'll do some examples. See this. A leaf is green. Okay, have you seen this? A leaf is green. This is a sentence. Okay, when I start this sentence, I am writing capital letter A here. Okay, when we start a sentence, we have to write capital letter. We have to start with a capital letter. Okay, when we end a sentence, we have to put a full stop. Okay, did you understand? So when we start a sentence, we have to start with capital letter, and when we end a sentence, we have to put a full stop. Okay, now the second one. Meena likes apples. Okay, have you seen this? Meena. I started the sentence with Meena and the first letter is M. Okay, this letter should be capital. Meena likes apples. After writing the sentence, when we end the sentence, we have to put a full stop here. Okay. Meena is the name of a person. When we write the name of a person, we have to use capital letter. Okay, we have to write the name of a person with the first letter capital. Okay, did you understand? We should not write like this, Meena. This is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. What we have to do? We have to write capital letter here. Okay, did you understand? We have to use capital letter. Now the next one is, I live in Delhi. I live in Delhi. Okay, I live in Delhi. Now see this, I started this sentence with capital letter I. When we start a sentence, we have to use capital letter as the first letter. Okay, we have to write capital letter when we start a sentence, and when we finish a sentence, we have to, yes, we have to put a full stop. Okay, I live in Delhi. Now say this, the first letter of Delhi is capital. The letter is D and it is capital. So I have told you before, when we are writing the name of a particular person or the name of a particular place, we should use capital letter. Okay, did you understand? Now see this, a leaf is green. Here we started this sentence with capital letter A, and when we end a sentence, we have to use full stop. When we start the sentence, we have to use capital letter, and when we are writing the name of a particular person, we have to write the first letter capital. When we end a sentence, we have to put full stop. When we start a sentence, we have to use capital letter, and when we end the sentence, we have to use full stop. Also, when we write the name of a particular place, Delhi is a place, isn't it? When we write the name of a particular place, we have to use capital letter. Okay, did you understand? Now, we are going to write another sentence, and I'll teach you how to put question mark. Okay, how to put question mark. See this, is this an apple? Is this an apple? Okay, this is a question. We are asking, is this an apple? If it is a question, after the sentence, we have to put a question mark. Okay, we have to put a question mark. Okay, is it clear for you? So, when we start a sentence, we have to put capital letter, and if it is a question, when we end the sentence, we have to put question mark. If it is not a question, we have to put full stop. Okay, if the sentence is a question, we have to put a question mark after the sentence. Okay, now I'll show you one more example. What color is a parrot? What color is a parrot? Can you tell me now where to put the question mark? What color is a parrot? When we start the sentence, we have used capital letter, isn't it? We have used capital letter here. What color is a parrot? It is a question, isn't it? When we are writing a question, at the end of the sentence, we have to put question mark. Very good. So, at the end of the sentence, we have to put a question mark. So, we'll repeat this once again. A leaf is green. Here, when we start a sentence, we have to write capital letter, and when we end the sentence, we have to put full stop. A leaf is green. Okay. Now, the second one, Meena likes apples. When we start a sentence, we have to write capital letter, and when we end a sentence, we have to put full stop. When we write the name of a person, we have to write the first letter capital. Okay, Meena is the name of a person, and when we are writing it, we have to write the first letter capital. Okay, when you are writing your name, you have to write the first letter capital. I live in Delhi. Okay, when we are writing a place or a person's name, we have to write the first letter capital. Okay, I we are writing about a particular person. I is a particular person, so we have to write capital letter here. And not only that, this is the beginning of the sentence. When we are starting a sentence, we have to put capital letter. I live in Delhi. Here Delhi is the name of a place. When we are writing the name of a place also, we have to write the first letter capital. Okay, here Delhi is a particular place, and we have to write the first letter of the place capital. I live in Delhi. I is a particular person, so we have written here I as capital, and I live in Delhi. Delhi is the name of a place, and we have written here capital D. After finishing the sentence, we have to put a full stop also. What about this? Is this an apple? Is this an apple? When we start a sentence, we have to put capital letter, and when we end a question, is this an apple? This is a question, isn't it? Is this an apple? When we finish the question, we have to put question mark. Okay, and what color is a parrot? When we start a sentence, we have to put capital letter in the beginning, and when we end the question, we have to put question mark here. Okay, did you understand the punctuation marks? So we have learned capital letter, full stop, and question mark. Now did you understand where to use this? Okay, so when we are writing a sentence, the beginning letter should be capital. Okay, when we end the sentence, we have to put full stop. Okay, when we end a question, we have to put question mark. When we are writing the name of a person or the name of a particular place, we have to start with capital letter. Okay, did you understand? Okay, now we are going to do an activity. Okay, we are going to learn one and many. Have you seen this? How many pens are there in my hand? There is one pen in my hand, isn't it? Now what about this hand? There are many pens in this hand. One pen, many pens, isn't it? One pen, many pens. Okay, see this? One pen, many pens. We have to add S here. One pen, many pens. We have to add S here. Okay, now I'll show you another example. Say this. How many toys are there in my hand? One toy, isn't it? One toy. And now, how many toys are there? Many toys. One toy, many toys. Okay, one toy, many toys. Okay, did you understand? Now we have to write here one toy, many toys. Very good. We have to add S here. Okay, one toy, many toys. Did you understand? Now I'll give you a homework. Okay, take page number 17. Can you see this? Page number 17, and we are going to do the activity C2. Okay, this is your homework. Activity C2 is your homework. See this. Change the following words from one to many. Okay, some words are given here and you have to change it into many. Okay, one cake, one girl, one star, one ball, one flower, and one boy. You have to change it into many. We have already learned how to change it into many. When we change one pen into many pens, we have to add S here. Okay, like this, you have to add S with these words and change it into many. Okay, did you understand? Now you have one more homework. We have learned punctuation marks, isn't it? We have learned punctuation marks. So see page number 19. Have you seen this? Page number 19, and this is your second homework, activity D2. Okay, rewrite the following sentences using capital letters and full stops or question marks. 6 sentences are here. We have learned where to use capital letters, where to use full stops, and where to use question marks. Okay, so you have to rewrite these sentences using punctuation marks. Okay, did you understand? You have to rewrite this in your textbook itself. Okay, once you do the homework, take a photograph and send it to me in school WhatsApp number. See you in next class. Thank you.